Welcome to the Don't Be Afraid to Experiment series, where we explore the unorthodox and unconventional shots of tennis. And today we're looking at the three-quarter swing, in particular the three-quarter swinging volley. And I've talked about this before in my previous video where I talked about the biggest reason why there aren't any serve volleyers in today's game. And the reason why there aren't any serve volleyers in today's game, it's because of the volley in itself. There has not been an evolution of the volley technique. So if you understand the volley technique, it's simply a high to low motion and it goes slow. So when you hit a volley, right? When you hit a volley, it's basically a slice. And so at the professional level, everyone's super fast, right? So if you just hit a regular traditional volley, professionals can run that down. They're so fast, right? And so you need something in a volley, just a little bit more pace, maybe a little bit of topspin, right? Instead of a slice, maybe some topspin so that it goes through the court a little bit more and so that a player won't be able to run it down. And I believe if more players implement the three-quarter swinging volley, then yes, we will see the return of the serve and volleyer. But right now, there's only Maxime Cressy as the serve and volleyer, and he's doing well, right? He's in the top 100 right now. But you're just not going to see any more serve and volleyer players in the professional game. Now, here's me performing this three-quarter swinging volley on the ball machine here. And I try to really make my swing a little bit more compact, right? I'm not taking full cuts, and I'm trying to just cut that follow through just a little bit right here so that it just doesn't go over my shoulder too much there on the forehand side. And, while I was practicing this shot here, I could get some control over this ball, right? Say, I'm feeding that slinger bag a little bit high, right? So that I have a little time to get set and prepared. But if I'm doing this against someone who's trying to pass me, I believe I could still hit a good shot off of this swinging volley technique. And if I could just redirect it somehow, redirect it to the open space, I know I could win that point. Because once ball bounces, right, there's going to be pace, and it's going to be tough for the opponent to run that down. If it's a slice, a traditional volley, then they could still maybe anticipate it and run it down, just maybe a few big strides, and they could still get it, right? So I've been practicing this forehand three-quarter swing here, and obviously you need practice, right? And here's one that's going cross court, just trying to cut off my follow through here, because if you take a full cut, it's just going to go out, it's going to go wild. You don't want that. And it's somewhat similar to a passing shot, right? So in a passing shot, you're just going for some redirection. You just want to go to the open space. You're not necessarily wanting it deep, right? Depth is not an issue in regards to passing shots. It's kind of similar here on the volleys. Depth is not necessarily something that you want to go for, right? You just want to go to the open space, redirect the shots. Maybe there's some little pace on it so that it passes the player, right? So the player doesn't get it. That's pretty much all you need in these three-quarter swinging volleys. And if you practice this more and more, it's not as hard as you would think. It's not as crazy as you would think. And I'm doing this backhand one. Backhand is a little bit easier, right, because of the two hands. If you have two hands here, you can maybe control the ball just a little bit better upon contact. And again, I'm cutting that follow through a little short. Three-quarters basically means that I'm just making a little bit more of an abrupt motion, maybe like a half motion, and just cutting everything down, cutting the swing path down into something more manageable, not a big swing. So I'm cutting it right here and just not going over the shoulder too much. So are you looking to add more power to your volleys? Well, you should start looking into adding the three-quarter swinging volley to your shot selection. If you enjoyed this video, kindly do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.